Welcome to Shooby Dooby Doo-Up, a podcast where we talk about pop music. We're halfway through our deep dive of the UK Top 10 Singles Chart of the 27th of December, 1952. I'm James Cook.
I'm Andy Robinson. You know, James, many ways I often think in part two, it might be a good idea to recap what listeners have missed in part one.
Yeah, this is usually where we recap the numbers 10 to 6, but because of the crazy way the chart works this week, we're actually recapping the numbers 7 to 5.
Yeah.
A non-mover at number 7, it's Faith Can Move Mountains by Johnny Ray and the Four Lads.
The Nabob of Sob has found a new job.
A non-mover at number 6, it's Somewhere Along the Way by Nat King Cole.
James's favourite Nat King Cole song from this week's Top 10.
Also a non-mover at number 6, it's Because You're Mine by Nat King Cole.
My favourite Nat King Cole song from this week's Top 10.
Also a non-mover at number 6, it's White Christmas by Mantovani.
Sing along with it if you know it, which of course you do, because it's White Bleeding Christmas.
And a non-mover at number 5, it's Half As Much by Rosemary Clooney.
Clooney Tune. All the songs featured can be found on our Spotify and YouTube playlist. Links always in the description. Please have a listen to them if you like the music of 1952.
And you'll find another half dozen songs in that playlist.
Why?
We're going to get into them in our special bonus track.
Why is there another half a dozen songs?
I'm trying to explain. We're going to get into them in our bonus tracks podcast, where we talk about the songs that never make the top 10. Although a couple of the songs this week are in the top 10, but that's because there are 7 songs. No, because the top 10 goes up to number 7.
Hey, we're bending the very nature of physics and mathematics.
It's also confusing. It makes my brain hurt. So please support the podcast by subscribing to Patreon, and you'll hear stuff like this. It is the birth of disco music, this song. How could we forget? Doris Day invented disco music.
Don't forsake me. Someone's going to kill me. When we talked about red flags earlier,
Yeah.
if your groom is saying that to you on the wedding day, then maybe he hasn't told you everything.
Yeah. In the old days where euphemisms did a lot of the legwork, that nowadays they'd just be all effing and jeffing.
Let's give Vera Lynn a right kicking just for fun. Just for fun.
It's about time someone took down Vera Lynn.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Join our community now at patreon.com/ShoobyPodcast. Number 4.
A non-mover at number 4, number 5. Listen to the last part if you want that explaining. It's Guy Mitchell with Feet Up, Pat Him on the Popo.
This was the first UK number 2.
Amazing.
And here it is at number 4/5.
Number 2 may be let's call it a fitting for this song, yeah?
Why?
Because as far as I can make out, Popo, James, I knew a song called Fuck the Popo. So
I think this is a very different
it's a different kind of Popo, isn't it? Whoever sang that was very angry with the police. Guy Mitchell, let's call it domestic bliss.
Yeah. The description I read of this that I enjoyed said the narrator of the song is a former lowlife who is reforming so he can set a good example for his newborn son, whom he loves.
Yeah.
The title refers to the tradition of spanking a newborn baby just after birth to ensure it draws breath.
That's what patting him on the popo means.
So popo is bottom.
Yeah.
Right. Not the potty.
No.
Or the police.
Yep.
Right.
In the verses, he's describing his life of the past, isn't he?
Yeah.
Go on, remind me.
He says, I've been known to gamble, take a little drink. Then there's the night I had a fight and landed in the clink.
All reprobate behaviour.
We've spoken before about being arrested, haven't we?
What?
We must have done.
What? When?
Have we?
What? When were you arrested? After Freddie Starr's
No,
visit?
I was arrested in the year 2000.
For what?
Suspicion of armed robbery.
God,
It's too long a story.
All right.
So suffice to say, I hadn't done it, but I did fit the description of someone who'd had done it, and that's why I got picked up, and I spent an afternoon. I didn't spend the night in the prison. I spent the afternoon in a prison, and then was released after an interview with a lawyer present.
Blimey.
Yeah.
I got arrested for shoplifting a James Brown cassette once, and I would like to say that I absolutely did that. My apologies, HMV, in the late 80s.
Did you spend any time in the clink?
I took it to the bridge. Anyway, it was so Guy Mitchell, as far as I know about him, he had like that hit with Singing the Blues. I love that song, of course. I didn't like this song particularly. Did you like it as a family man, James? I'm going to say. I was thinking about you as a father, whether it'd have more of an emotional import for you, this song.
It's such a jolly little jaunty tune, isn't it? It's almost like a sort of Disney song, isn't it? Musically. So just after quite a lot of ballads, this coming in was a bit of a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, I couldn't work it out as well. Not. I listened to it, thought, that'd be a simple little song, and it's got that kind of feel up, pound on the po-po, let's do it now. Then it goes to feel up, tapping on somewhere weird. And I thought that's more complicated than I thought. Also, James, I'm going to say for the sake of that, feel up, pound on the po-po, let's hear that kind of chord change. It's the Betty chord change I always mention that Taylor Swift popularised in a recent song. So in this case, it's only love can set you free because I'm guilty. And I'm talking absolute bollocks. Let's move on. It's more complicated than I thought, is my point.
Okay. Written by Bob Merrill.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know that name?
Didn't he play right back for Tranmere Rovers? Go on.
No. Real name, Henry Levan.
Yeah.
No one uses their real name back in the day.
No.
He also wrote How Much Is That Dog in the Window?
Really?
If I Knew You Were Coming Out of Baked a Cake.
Okay. Patti Page and whoever sang that, Kay Stafford, I believe. Go on.
And Mambo Italiano.
Again, Rosemary Clooney did that, I believe.
He also wrote the lyrics in the musical Funny Girl, so that includes People and Rain on My Parade.
He must have been loaded. Yeah, great.
Writing these little upbeat, quirky songs.
Yeah.
Guy Mitchell, real name Albert Cernick, no one uses their real name, sold 44 million records in his career. It's loads, mate.
Amazing.
I kind of liked it. I thought it was upbeat and silly. You know, it has a positive message. I was bad, but now I've got a child. I'm going to sort myself out.
I mean, it's essentially what Robbie Williams has built his later career on in interviews, that kind of thing. So, yeah, why not, eh?
Yeah. And he's got that fun sort of piano, almost like a Western saloon piano in it.
Yeah, that honky-tonk Mrs. Mills-esque type of jolliness, yeah.
It's just a slice of nonsense, isn't it, this song?
Having said that, it did irritate me deeply too, so...
Number 3.
A non-mover at number 3 is Comes Along a Love by K-Star.
Properly number 3 or number 4, really?
It's a joint number 3. This is the UK's third number 1.
Right.
Not yet, though.
All right, it doesn't matter. Now, James, I knew this song beforehand. I absolutely love this record. So, K-Star, she's singing again.
Can I just say, real name, Catherine Laverne Starks.
Pretty close, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with K-Tel or Telstar.
Or K-Hole.
She grew up on a farm in Texas where she'd sing to the chickens.
So this is a song. Again, it's a bit of a boogie, very upbeat. It's got that kind of comes along, love, certain doopy 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 doo doo doopy 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 doo. Lovely. You know, it's a swinger, is it? Me. And then I can't work out that turnaround, so I'll stop there. It's a beautiful song, this is. It's all about the notion of being in love. K-Star, she explains some things. Let's dig into these, James, and see. When love comes along in your life, or are you happy and excited?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's been a long time.
Does everywhere you go, you suddenly feel invited?
I mean, that just sounds like you're going to break into places.
Do every dream you have become ignited?
Which set fire to your dreams? That doesn't sound like a good thing.
They're great words for, let's call it, the joy of being in love. Though you never sang, you're always singing. Chimes you never heard begin a ringing. Night and day, your heart is Highland flinging. Lovely.
When you bear in mind that Because You're Mine, which we talked about in part 1, is about a similar thing, about how wonderful it is to be in love. This is the song that actually sounds like it's fun to be in love.
Yeah. If you're in love, then petty little things no longer faze you. I mean, I have been in love, and that's never happened to me, to be honest. In fact...
Well, it's not that they don't faze me, it's that I'm willing to overlook them.
Yeah.
Oh, they faze me.
Yeah,
Those
right.
petty little things.
It's amazing, isn't it, in love? They don't faze you, because essentially you just want to get on, don't you? So K-Star, I believe, has dug into a deeper seam of truth than we might have initially thought. Everyone around you seems to praise you. Nice feeling, though. You discover things that just amaze you, which is it's true about love, isn't it?
That's part of that. Discover new kinks. K-Star, when she was a teenager, was signed to be Bing Crosby's support act, but she was dismissed after 2 weeks for being too earthy.
She's too good.
Yeah,
He didn't like it.
Yeah.
Bing didn't like K-Star. I mean, she's got a great voice. I love K-Star. This is, so I'm coming very much from there. Let's call it the viewpoint of a fan.
First of 2 UK number ones for Kay. The other one is the Rock and Roll Waltz in 1955.
Which is one of the greatest songs about parenting I have ever heard. This essentially, James, she's saying she's going out for the night and she leaves her parents in. When she comes back with the old phonograph record, and Mum and Dad are sort of doing a rock and roll waltz and getting it wrong, and it's a bit awkward and it's embarrassing, but they love each other. I sometimes send that song to new parents because I think, a bit like Comes Along a Love, it's got a deep truth to it.
Well, this song was written by Al Sherman, who was born in
poverty.
In Ukraine.
Same thing, eh?
A lot of songwriters born in Russian Ukraine.
Has he said thank you yet? That's a reference to something that happened many months ago.
He was a Tim Panelli songwriter and father of the Sherman Brothers.
Really?
Yeah, who wrote all the songs in Mary Poppins and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and The Jungle Book, and who wrote the most played song in the history of the world.
Oh, go on, that's a good thing.
What do you think is the most played song of all time?
Written by the Sherman Brothers.
Written by the Sherman Brothers.
So not the highest earning song, that is Happy Birthday, apparently. Yep. I saw in a BBC
Not a highest earning song. And I'll tell you this, hardly any radio play. I'll be very surprised if it's ever been played on the radio.
Because it's full of effing and jeffing.
No, but it's the most played song of all time.
Now, this is...
I have to say, according to Time magazine, who did some maths and worked it out.
Why am I so annoyed? And go on, give me another clue.
Well, look, who did the Sherman Brothers write their songs for? Mary Poppins, Jungle Book.
Yeah,
who
Disney.
Made Disney, right.
Yeah.
So
the most played song from a Disney universe, let's call it.
Well, let's say this. It is approximately played 1,200 times a day.
At Disneyland and Disney, all that sort of thing. The Mickey Mouse March or something?
No.
Go on.
It's on a ride at at the Disney parks.
I'm going to punch you in the face if you don't.
It's the song It's a Small World.
Oh, really?
From the It's a Small World ride. They reckon it's been approximately played 60 million times across all Disney parks.
Blimey. I mean, that's a good achievement, isn't it? I don't know that song. I'm going to look that up later.
It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. Okay. It's a small world after
great words,
all.
great
It's
lyrics.
A small, small world.
Oh, nice.
It's a world of something, a something.
The world of something. There's unusual lyrics. All right, then.
Yeah. You go on a ride and it's just loads of dolls singing that song.
Sounds a little bit like the Kumbaya song of Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya, Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. And then they swap it around for Oh, Lord, Kumbaya.
It's a secular version of Kumbaya. Anyway, my point is, the dad of the people who wrote that wrote this song. That's the tangent we've been on.
Liked it.
Apparently, the melody for Come Along a Love is adapted from the final part of the overture to Serenity by Rossini, first performed in 1823. I had a listen.
Yeah.
I can't hear it.
It doesn't matter because sometimes the writers, in this case Mr. Sherman, would be, you can be influenced by stuff without, let's say, giving away all your clues. I learned this on YouTube. Mr. Jerikis 100 says, the only full-blooded Red Indian to number one in the UK, and then ... the things you learn on Wikipedia. I'm going to argue with some of your terminology, Mr. Jerikis. Come on, get with it.
She was half Native American.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I think. But it's loads of fun, this song. It's upbeat and happy and have a bit of a bop about.
Oh, I love it. I know what I wanted to point out. This is kind of interesting musically, I believe. Oh, come along, love, Sunny boy, happy. Here we go again. If you've been threatened by Freddie Starr, then you should get... I'm so obsessed with that Freddie Starr. That was the first half. But what I like is... Comes along, love. And then the first chord of the bridge goes... I don't care how blue you're feeling. Whatever it is, yeah? Now that chord, James, that kind of... Nice. It is... the fifth chord of the scale, let's say, but they put it a minor, so it's unusual. One of the examples I can think of that I use it in is if there's right to go, for love from me to you, I got arms that long. So it's a good way of getting into a bridge. It's kind of a kind of unexpected chord to get into the, let's call it the beautiful middle eight of this record. Also, this made me think about Comes Along a Love. There's a record by Sylvia Sims. that was written by Artie Shaw and Helen Forrest called Comes Love, yeah? Mm-hmm. And in this song, Sylvia is saying, comes a rainstorm, you put rubbers on your feet, comes a snowstorm, you get a little heat, comes love, nothing can be done. And it's very much the opposite of Kay Starr's sentiment. You know, she's going like, comes a headache, you can lose it in a day, comes a toothache, you can see the dentist right away, comes nothing.
You can see the dentist right away?
Imagine.
50s, mate.
Comes love, nothing can be done. So it made me think a little bit of, I'm going to call them dark B-sides that people do. Comes love, beautiful, happy sentiment. Sylvia seems very much the opposite. She's all tormented by love, so I kind of like this notion. Shall we hear what some other pop stars have said about the notion of love, and you can try and work out what they're saying and who it is?
This is a big topic, isn't it, love?
Well, like I say, every song in it, every time we do the introductory thing, I often say there are so many songs about the complexities of love. It is one of the favourite subjects for pop music.
All right, am I likely to get any of these?
Well, if you even can't get the person who said it, you can certainly dig into the sentiment. Actually, James, let's go off the subject of pop stars for this week and just talk a little bit about...
You can't find any,
I
can you?
can find them. Who? Love is a battlefield. Who said that?
Pat
Who
Benatar.
said love is a stranger?
Oh, the Eurythmics.
Yeah. Anyway.
I much prefer this game where I know the answers.
All right, then. Which pop star, in big inverted commas, says hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love? This is the eternal rule.
Is it the Dalai Lama?
It's Buddha. So, pretty good.
Pop star. Pop star, eh?
All right, I'll find some pop stars. Give me a moment. All right, then. Which pop star singer said, love is like a faucet, it turns off and on? And do you agree with the sentiment first?
Well, American, because they're using faucet, not tap.
You got it.
Someone who does a lot of plumbing.
Yep. If Billie Holiday has got her plumbing certificates, then she would be...
Is it Billie Holiday? I suppose like a tap, it could be hot and cold, can't it?
Yeah, as Katy Perry alluded to.
Yeah.
All right, then this is good. We are tying shoelaces together in the pop universe and making a really complicated knot out of them.
Sometimes you need to get a plumber in to sort it out.
You've been watching those special films again on the internet. Who watched Pop Star said, friends can help each other. A true friend is someone who lets you have total freedom to be yourself and especially to feel or not feel. Whatever you happen to be feeling at the moment is fine with them. That's what real love amounts to, letting a person be what he really is. Excuse the sexist language there. Could be they.
It's someone who likes to bang on a lot.
Yeah, that's it. I would agree with that.
So maybe someone who releases really long records.
Yes, he did release some long records. I'm liking this. Where's going?
Freddie Mercury.
No.
Robert Plant.
No. Jim Morrison.
Ah, yes.
All right, then. Which pop star said, with our love, we could save the world?
That's a song lyric, isn't it?
It does sound a little bit like the
With our love, we could save the world. I mean, that's, come on. Calm down.
Yeah, I agree with you, James. Despite this fella's beauty.
Is it Bono? Sounds like something Bono would say.
It does sound something like Bono would say, forcing it on your phone and making you listen to it. It was George Harrison. All right, let's do one more about love from a pop star and get out of Dodge. Which pop star said love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies?
It's almost like two hearts and just one mind. Is it Phil Collins?
Yes.
Was it?
No, it was Aristotle. I was messing around with the pop star notion.
Phil Collins very much the Aristotle of the pop charts.
So that bridge I'm on about, James.
Yeah.
That chord change. That was only 11 years after 1963 From Me to You came out. So I was thinking, let's call it a bit of songwriting technique. Pretty recent, isn't it? Old-timey that the Beatles were only nicking that chord change from this chart 11 years ago, let's say. Nowadays, you hear records that people go through the 80s influence fucking 40 years ago. So I got interested in that notion of old-timey, that if we're going to bang on about the Beatles, some of their tricks were from pre-rock and roll, not that long ago. And yet, in the ever onward march of time, we talk about 70s stuff. It's got a 70s influence, this one. Yeah. I think it's 55 years old, mate.
I think time sped up for music for about 50 years and then it's slowed right down.
Yeah, right, yeah. A relentless, sort of a push forward, and then, because there's only so many chords, so many notes, maybe, you hear some records now and again, you think, I've never heard anything like that before. But as you get older, it's increasingly rare, isn't it? Everything kind of reminds you of something else. One of the great tragedies of aging, I think, a little bit.
And the backache.
Number 3.
Thank God we're on solid ground. It's a non-mover at number 3, meaning it is really number 3. It is Bing Crosby with The Isle of Innisfree. It sounds a little bit like a country song, an Irish folk song. It's in E, I believe. And he's sort of going, do do be do, boo 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 boo. It's Bing Crosby, do 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 do, do 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 do, boo 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 boo, all that kind of, so, and as you can imagine, it carries on like that. So it's very traditional. I am going to say a little bit, teeny tiny bit, really boring. I didn't. It was alright. It's Bing Crosby singing a kind of beautiful song, isn't it? Tell me all about it.
It was written by Richard Farrelly, who was a policeman from County Meath, who got the idea for the song on a bus to Dublin. He wrote over 200 songs and poems during his lifetime, and he stayed with the Garda for 38 years.
Wow.
So he always stayed as a policeman. John Ford was a big fan of this song.
Oh, really?
Yes.
The director?
Yes, he loved it so much that he used it 11 times in his film The Quiet Man.
Are you joking?
IMDb 7.7, without crediting Richard Farrelly at all. But because it's in The Quiet Man, that means it shows up in another classic film.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to say more recent, but it is from 43 years ago.
Go on.
It is in E.T.
What this song is?
Yes,
Okay.
because there's a bit where E.T. is watching The Quiet Man on TV, and because of his psychic link with Elliot starts acting out the movie in his class, and the music from The Isle of Innisfree comes on the soundtrack. So, by the way, E.T. IMDb rating 7.9.
Well, it's an interesting notion, isn't it? Because E.T., as we always know, wants to go home, doesn't he?
Yep.
And the song itself that Bing is singing is about going home, so it makes sense, doesn't it, that Spielberg would put that for a bit of emotional whack.
Yearning to be back on the Isle of Innisfree, which is in the middle of Loch Gill in County Sligo, which is kind of uninhabited. No one lives there.
Right.
But W.B. Yeats once wrote a poem about it as well, so it's inspired a lot of lyricism.
Yeah, I get ya.
Bing Crosby, 4 years earlier, had been voted the most admirable man alive, ahead of, every man who was alive.
Who won Rear of the Year? That was? I don't know. Yeah, all right,
This
then.
is before Rear of the Year. They
Okay.
used to have awards called Most Admirable Man Alive.
Yeah.
Let's bring that back.
Absolutely.
Why is he called Bing Crosby?
Now, that's a good question that I've never really thought about or heard. Why is he called Bing?
Yeah, because his real name's Harry.
I don't know.
When he was a kid, he used to play cops and robbers, and when he was miming shooting a gun, he'd go Bing, Bing, Bing. So all his mates started calling him Bing, and it stuck. That's why Bing Crosby is called Bing Crosby.
Yeah, well, for a little bit of rhyming, Sting, who rhymes with Bing, he got that nickname from wearing a yellow and black striped jumper, didn't he?
Yeah, that's such a British thing to give someone a nickname because they wore something slightly different one time.
Yeah. Just remind me, actually, forgive this, I used to do a little, for stand-up comedy reasons, I used to do a little parody of, I'll tell it, so I used to go, it was something like, it was based on Travis, because I always thought Travis do one-word choruses, so I had this kind of, let's remind myself, I wanna tell you all about a pop star. He liked to play a bit of golf. He died upon the golf course, and he smoked a pipe, and he sang ba-ba-ba-ba, and it was Bing, Bing. I used to do that. I also had, I want to tell you all about a pop star. He likes to bang on about tantric sex. Blah, blah. And his name was, you got it. Used to kill 3 minutes, you know what I mean?
It also reminds me of the sketch from the Peter Serafinovich show. Do you like bings? Do you like wings? Do you like mings? That sketch, which I think of all the time because I am a supporter of Aston Villa, who have a player called Tyrone Mings. Right. So every time the commentator says his name, I have to go, do you like mings?
Email us in to shoobypodcast@gmail.com if you have any mental illnesses that a sentence will remind you of a song.
This is Bing Crosby's joint biggest UK chart hit.
Wow.
With what?
White Christmas.
Nope.
Oh, with a
He only
joint.
got to number 5
That
with
would
White
be
Christmas. This is number 3.
Is it David Bowie?
Yeah, it's the Peace on Earth Little Drummer Boy mashup we did with David Bowie.
This song, for me, musically uninteresting, but, you know, it's Bing Crosby singing, it's beautiful, I mean, and it fits in with the charts of 1952, doesn't it? What I'm thinking, James, all this research you've done, the charts of 1952 are almost owned by, let's call it, a pop mafia. Do you know what I mean? They're the same people writing all these songs. It's a limited pool, isn't it?
Funny you should say that.
Go on.
Well, it'll come up when we talk about the number one record.
Number 2.
A non-mover at number 2, You Belong to Me by Jo Stafford. The UK's second number one and first by a solo female artist when it gets to number one in a few weeks' time.
I love this song. I mean, this is one of the records I would have bought in my 20% I alluded to in part 1 of this chart. So, you know, I've known this song for a while. It's a beauty.
It's a cover version, sort of. Originally recorded by Joni James in March of 1952, it was also released by Sue Thompson, Patti Page and Dean Martin. Not all together, those 3 different records.
What a super group that would be.
Jo Stafford's version is the only one to chart in the UK. There were also versions released by Alma Cogan, Monty Norman, Dickie Valentine, Victor Sylvester, Jimmy Young and Ted Heath, all in the space of a few months.
Yeah, I mean, it's the old thing, isn't it? The notion of a song there up for grabs, everyone could have a go at it, and good luck whoever got highest in the charts with it, I guess. There's a version of it on the Natural Born Killers soundtrack, and within that film, IMDb rating, I don't know, and Bob Dylan sings it, so, you know, I've sort of familiarised myself a little bit with that version, but it's just a great song, this is.
The lyrics feel very much of their time. I don't mean that in a kind of they're outdated way. It's someone singing about all the things in the world that their partner is currently seeing because they're not with them.
Yeah.
And they're like, but remember, you belong to me. So it starts with, see the pyramids along the Nile. Well, the nearest pyramid to the Nile is 9 kilometres away. So I suppose on a clear day, if you were high up enough, you could see the pyramids from the Nile. But otherwise, they're not right next to the Nile. They're ridiculous. Watch the sunrise on a tropical isle. Just remember, darling, all the while you belong to me. Other things you're allowed to see on this holiday that you're having without your partner for some reason. See the marketplace in Old Algiers.
Hang on, let me get my guitar because at least I'm going to put the chords behind it so you don't have to sing it, James.
I'm not going to.
I know. See the marketplace.
Place in Old Algiers. I'll Rex Harrison it. Send me photographs and souvenirs. Eliza, you filthy slag. Just remember when a dream appears, you belong to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
Fly the ocean in a silver plane. See the jungle when it's wet with rain. Just remember till you're home again, you belong to me. So the idea of your true love has buggered off to see the world without you.
Yeah.
But in the 1950s, that's a very real thing.
Yeah.
Because there's national service.
You're saying this song is about national service
I think
as opposed
so.
to an intrepid explorer who's just got the wanderlust.
All right, love, I love you, but I'm going off to see the world without you for months and months. No, it must be about national service,
Okay.
surely.
All right.
My granddad did national service.
Here he is. Go on.
He was in the RAF and he was always very well turned out and very well presented. He looked after his appearance so much. I don't know what went wrong with me, but it was around about this time. So when the coronation happened...
1952?
No, it was after that. It's 54, I think, coronation.
You're joking, the Silver Jubilee was 1977?
No, it's 53. There's a delay between when the Queen took over and her getting coronated.
All right, well, in this week's charts when number 7 is really number 4, let's say things have gone strange.
Yeah.
All right.
It was going to be just after his national service ended, and they said to him, could you stay on and be part of the parade for the coronation because you're so well turned out? And he said, no, I'm going home.
Yay! In your face, Royals.
Yeah. Yep. And he did. He buggered off. So he could have been in the coronation, but then he wasn't.
I admire that. Once I worked at a care home, James, and Princess Margaret was visiting, and then they said, we understand that people might not have, let's call it, allegiance to the royals. So if you want, you can have a day off paid that day. So, of course, I took that with both hands.
Yeah. This song, written by Chilton Price, Pee Wee King, and Red Stewart.
Good names.
Red Stewart. He's like Rod Stewart from South Africa. Jo Stafford, the singer. Well, first of all, Jo Stafford and the Paul Weston Orchestra. Paul Weston was her husband. They'd got married earlier that year.
Okay.
Do you know what happened to them in the 70s, Jo Stafford and Paul Weston?
No.
Oh, this was so much fun when I found this out. So they released a bunch of songs in the 70s under the name Darlene and Jonathan Edwards. It's a sort of parody of bad lounge singers. Right, so they put out like terrible versions of popular
Really?
songs, including Tiptoe Through the Tulips and Staying Alive.
As a kind of form of early trolling, really.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, great.
They used to do it sort of with their mates, the sort of a piss take of bad singing and stuff. And then they ended up putting out albums of it. It's really funny.
Have you listened to it?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Maybe we should bang one of those extras on our Spotify playlist for fun. Great, I'm liking that notion. All right, let me do this as well. So the beautiful chords I mentioned while we're talking about the songwriting. Wherever we've gone, you know it's over there, and you think it might be over there. Well, you know it, anyway. But then, so you belong to me, and then the chord change for the bridge goes, right? So we're in that key, that chord change to the bridge. Where have we heard that?
Is that the one we just did?
Yes, in a different key. So, if your love from me to you, I got arms along. So there it is again, you know, that minor fifth. Beautiful. On YouTube, Go Blackety Black has said...
That's potentially a very problematic name.
Only if you see Blackety Black as a problem.
It depends whose name it is.
It really does depend on context. Anyway, Vegito Blackety Black says, I'm 104 years old, and when I listen to this song, it makes me feel like lying about my age. Pretty good.
Well, are they lying about their age? Are they actually younger than 104?
I do not know.
Well done if they're 104 and putting comments on YouTube.
Well, quite because, again, loads of people on YouTube talking about this song. It seems to have been in people's lives. People talk about hearing it in high school, in kitchens, and driving along in Chevrolets. And what you said, James, in the barracks, a lot of people talking. I heard this song in the barracks, so that fits your, let's call it, war conspiracy theory.
It's not. It's people. There was national service until 1960.
You think every pop song must be about it. Everything is... It's in The Marvellous Mrs. Maisel, I learned. It's in IMDb rating. I don't know. Also, The Irishman, that Scorsese film features in that. So a lot of people who's here because of The Irishman. Loads of people were, so that's good.
That's a long old film.
Too long. I turned it off and got bored and watched Goodfellas instead because I thought that's more fun.
The UK's number one.
At number one... The big number one, although in this week's chart, who knows, it might be number 17. It's Al Martino with Here in My Heart.
It is number one. It is famously the first UK number one single.
The first UK number one single we got there, James.
Yeah. Spends 9 weeks at the top before people went, oh, we can buy other records.
I'm going to say it's the most full-blown song on this week's top 10.
It starts big, doesn't it?
Yeah, man.
It starts with a crescendo and goes from there.
It's also got a key change in it. The second one of this week's top 10 I mentioned too. I mean, this song sort of is begging for a key change, and it's so dramatic. Almost inevitable that a key change was going to come in.
It's almost like a parody of someone singing in a croony style, isn't it?
He is
Here in my heart. Just going for it.
He's giving it some, that's for sure. In terms of the lyrical concept, very, very needy, I got the impression, just listening to it. Again, red flags.
Here in my heart, I'm alone. I'm so lonely. I just yearn for you only. Take these arms I give gladly. Surely you know I need your love so badly. Yeah, calm down, mate. Play hard to get.
Like I say, the lyrics on their own might not sound that emotionally desperate, but listen to the song and you get the gist, that's for sure.
A bit like the Johnny Ray record that we talked about in the first part. Just
number
really
10
going for it.
Is number one.
Number 7
Number one is
number
number
1.
10.
Number 7 is number 1. Al Martino, real name, Jaspercini, because no one uses their real name in the 50s, got his recording contract by winning a TV talent show in 1951.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, this is good.
You think X Factor invented all that? No.
Yeah, I like it when people moan about, let's call it talent shows are killing pop music. Well, it got its first number one in the first ever chart, so shut up.
So the show was called Arthur Godfrey's Talent Scouts, sponsored by Lipton Tea. Other contestants on that show.
This is your equivalent of like the Masked Singer that we do every week. All right, and cool.
Other contestants on that show included Pat Bowen.
Pat Boone for regular listeners.
Tony Bennett.
Blimey.
Rosemary Clooney.
No.
Vic Damone. Connie Francis. Eddie Fisher. Johnny Nash. Patsy Cline. And Lenny Bruce was on it.
Really?
Yep.
All these people were on this talent show?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Buddy Holly and Elvis Presley are rumoured to have both failed the audition.
Okay. I'm liking this. So we talk about it, don't we? Let's call it the naysayers of pop music, especially when we do charts from, what did we do the other day? It was full of X Factor and pop star winners.
The noughties and stuff.
So people moan about that, but it's, as we find out every week, 'twas ever thus in many ways.
There ain't nothing new going on, kids. Ain't nothing new going on.
Except the rent. That's a stupid joke.
Apparently, though, Al Martino's contract was allegedly handed over to the mafia by his management under duress, and they had to give him $75,000 as a safeguard. So Martino never really saw any of the money from this single.
Okay.
Yeah.
Intriguing.
And that was one of the reasons why he fled America and came to live in the UK.
Where did he live? In the with that there fancy London, you would imagine. Kind of Al Martino knocking around Middlesbrough, let's say.
Probably not. I don't really know.
It doesn't matter.
Who would he go on to play in the 70s?
Al Martino?
Yep.
In a film?
Yep.
Would it
In
be
one of the most successful films of all time.
Oh, man. Well, this is annoying. A bit like the
In the
Disneyland
70s.
song. One of the biggest films in the 70s that Al Martino was in. Was it Chewbacca, really?
Yeah,
Was it Darth
he was.
Vader?
It's Chewbacca. When all that growling is Al Martino singing "Here in My Heart."
Was he? Go on. Give me another clue towards a film. Go on. I like it.
It was a part that was based on Frank Sinatra.
Go on, Godfather?
Yeah.
Okay.
He plays Johnny Fontaine, the character based on Sinatra in The Godfather.
I've never seen The Godfather. Punch me now.
That's a shame. It's really good.
Yeah, so I hear.
Yeah. I'm not going to go on about it. I know some people are like, what? You haven't seen The Godfather? But my general thing is, if it's a film I've seen that's good, I just go, oh, that's a shame because it's really good. It's quite a significant character. He's not one of the main people in it, but he comes up from time to time. You know the famous thing about, I don't know how much you know about The Godfather.
I know. There's a horse's head in the bed.
That's to do with Johnny Fontaine's character. Yeah.
All right, then.
So he goes on to do that. You know, a film about the mafia that doesn't use the word mafia when his contract was owned by the mafia in the 50s.
And he's playing Frank Sinatra or a Frank Sinatra-like.
He's playing a character called Johnny Fontaine, who is apparently based on Frank Sinatra.
Cool.
And off the back of that, he would return to the UK top 10 in the 70s. He always knew that he got a UK number one with Here in My Heart, but no one told him it was the first one for ages.
Oh, really?
But he did find out eventually.
You would capitalise on that, wouldn't you?
If I'm honest, this song is a bit much for my taste.
Yes, it got right on my nerves. It's annoying. Got right on too much, but nonetheless, first ever number one. So an iconic record, let's say.
So there you have it, the 27th of December, 1952. And let's be honest, the 20th of December, 1952, because they clearly didn't bother doing a second chart over Christmas that year. That's why everything stayed the same.
Well, we talked a lot more, James, than I thought we were going to.
Yeah.
Some of it, let's call it tangential.
Yeah. Tangential? Is that the word? Tangential. Bring your genitals into it.
I would like to say edit that out and correct it in, but I just like it, so let's leave it. All right, pretty good. I say 1952, the first ever charts. There's not many records. We're going to be discussing some extra in our Patreon, or basically every other record that was in the charts, near enough. What was your favourite this week?
I know you didn't like it, but I liked Feet Up, Pat 'Em on the Popo
Cool.
by Guy Mitchell. Comes Along a Love is great. Somewhere Along the Way, the Nat King Cole song, the first of the two Nat King Cole songs, I think, is the better one. I mean, it's probably, which one would I put on to listen to again? Probably Come Along a Love.
Yeah, because it's great. I would agree with that. The You Belong to Me, beautiful song, isn't it? But I'm going to go for the second Nat King Cole song, Because You're Mine, because I feel I need to listen to that again to basically begin to get my head around its structure and form and its melodies.
Remember, you can listen to all these songs on our Spotify and YouTube playlists, and let us know what you think. ShoobyPodcast@gmail.com is our email address.
We would like to thank, let's call it the Record Buying Public in 1952 for supplying us with this top 10, and we would like to thank you more specifically for listening to this, let's call it, lot of nonsense this week.
Yes, more nonsense next time. So until then, Shooby Dooby Doo up.
Bop bop shoe up.